What if Ron Weasley's jealousy of Harry Potter consumed him? How would it change the story, the trio, and the fight against Voldemort? Grab your wands and let's dive in. Ron Weasley, Harry's loyal best friend, isn't a stranger to jealousy. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, we see Ron struggle with Harry's fame when Harry's name is pulled from the goblet. He feels overshadowed, poor, and underappreciated. But what if this jealousy wasn't just a temporary rift? What if it grew darker, deeper, and defined Ron's journey? Let's break it down. In the books and movies, Ron's insecurities stem from being the youngest Weasley boy, living in Harry's shadow, and feeling like he's never enough. If this jealousy took over, it could push Ron to make some shocking choices. First, let's talk about the trio. If Ron's jealousy consumed him, the dynamic between Harry, Ron, and Hermione would fracture early on. Imagine Ron in Chamber of Secrets, refusing to help Harry investigate the heir of Slytherin because he's bitter about Harry's fame as the boy who lived. Without Ron's loyalty, Harry and Hermione would face dangers alone, like the basilisk or the whomping willow. Ron's absence could push Hermione closer to Harry, but without Ron's humor and heart, the trio's balance would be off. Hermione's logic and Harry's bravery are strong, but Ron's emotional grounding often keeps them together. Without him, they might struggle to stay united. Worse yet, what if Ron's jealousy made him vulnerable to darker influences? In Deathly Hallows, we saw Ron briefly leave the group due to the Horcrux's manipulation. If jealousy defined him, could Ron have been tempted by Voldemort's promises of power or recognition? Imagine Ron joining Draco Malfoy's crew, or even becoming a spy for the Death Eaters. Now let's zoom out. Ron's jealousy could reshape the entire Wizarding War. Ron played key roles in the series, like destroying the Locket Horcrux and saving Harry in the Forest of Dean. Without him, Harry might not survive Deathly Hallows. If Ron turned against Harry, he could reveal critical secrets, like the location of the Order of the Phoenix or the Horcrux hunt. But let's not paint Ron as a villain just yet. His jealousy could also push him to prove himself in other ways. Maybe Ron trains harder, becomes a brilliant strategist, and outshines Harry in unexpected ways, like leading the DA or mastering advanced magic. This could create a rivalry that strengthens both Ron and Harry, making them better prepared to face Voldemort. Still, a jealous Ron might alienate his family. The Weasleys are all about loyalty and love. If Ron's envy drove a wedge between him and his siblings, it could weaken their role in the fight against Voldemort. Imagine Molly Weasley's heartbreak if Ron turned his back on the family. So, how would this story end? In one version, Ron's jealousy leads to redemption. After betraying Harry, he realizes his mistakes, fights to make things right, and sacrifices himself to save the trio, proving his loyalty in the end. Think of a moment like Snape's redemption, but with Ron's signature humor and heart. In a darker timeline, Ron's jealousy consumes him completely. He joins the wrong side, and the trio never fully defeats Voldemort. The wizarding world falls into chaos, and Ron lives with the guilt of his choices. But knowing Ron, I believe his heart would win out. His love for Harry and Hermione, and his Weasley spirit, would pull him back from the edge. He'd find a way to channel his jealousy into strength, becoming a hero in his own right. That's our take on what if Ron Weasley was jealous of Harry Potter. What do you think would happen? Would Ron turn dark, or would he rise above his insecurities? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more Harry Potter deep dives. Until next time, keep your wands ready and your hearts brave. Mischief managed.